Yesterday I went to 13 bookstores in one day for the San Diego book crawl. It is to celebrate Independent Bookstore Day, which is April 27th. I'm so tired today, but I had the best time of my life yesterday. Have the option if you're doing the book crawl to do Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, but I was just down in San Diego for the weekend, so I wanted to do it all on Saturday, and I dragged one of my best friends along with me, and we hit 8 stores in the morning, took a little break, and then did 5 stores in the afternoon. So the first place we went to was Lula Books in Barrio Logan, and I picked up The Only Good Indians. But I'm planning on having a lot of the things I bought be gifts, or I might read this before I give it. And Lula gave us this gorgeous little bookmark and one of their stickers. I've never been in there before. They had bookstore cats. It was so fun. I definitely want to go back to Lula. Next, we headed across the Coronado Bridge. Went to Bay Books there, and I picked up Inkheart, which is going to be a gift as well. I love this book. I have it right here. And it was one of my favorite books when I was like 12, 13. So I'm really excited to give this to a 13-year-old in my life with. And of course, Bay Books gave us a little bookmark. Next, we went to the library shop in the San Diego Public Library, and I picked up the first thing I got for myself, an autographed copy of House of Roots and Ruin. They had 30% off signed copies, and I saw this up on the top shelf, and I just couldn't resist. I was actually planning on not buying a book at a library shop because they have so much cute bookish merch. I was thinking that was going to be my purchase there, but I just couldn't pass this up. And there was the third stop on the crawl. So every stop you stop at, you get a stamp on your passport, and that was my third stop. So I got which is this cute San Diego book crawl sticker. This year was desert themed. And they had a pin making machine, and you could choose between 2 different pins, but we chose this Where Are My Damn Books pin from the Library Foundation, referring to the city's budget cuts towards library funding right now. So where are our damn books, San Diego? Next, we headed over to Point Loma, and we went to La Playa Books, which I've been to before, but they just renovated, so I hadn't been to this one yet. And it had a pretty long line outside to get in, but they metered how many people went in, so it didn't feel crowded, didn't feel bad. Bay Books, actually, in Coronado was our longest line of the day, but it was still fun to chat with people in line. I picked up this book for one of my nieces, which is a little board book, and they were doing a buy one get one free sale where if you bought a book you could choose from the ARCs they get sent. So I picked up the ARC of So Let Them Burn by Camilla Cole. I have not heard of this book before, or I think I've heard the name, but I haven't heard anything about it, but it looks beautiful, and it was free. I was trying not to spend too much on myself this trip, and they of course gave us another little bookmark. I was using my Trader Joe's breakfast bag all day long to get my books in, and it made me so happy. But next we went to Joyride Bookstore, which I think they have one location in the Children's Museum and one at Liberty Station. And it's a little book van. And I picked up this book called Zigzag there. And it's so cute. It's about sounds and fun words to say. Like swivel was slippery and slightly sour. Grackle crackled and was crunchy. This is also for one of my nieces, my older niece, but I kind of want to keep it for myself because I love children's books. But I will not be keeping it for myself. I will be giving it to her. Rosalie, if you're watching this, you will be getting the book. Next, I got Where's the Bunny at Warwick's Bookstore. So we went up towards the North County because we had to go let my friend's dog out. So we headed back up north and went to Where's the Bunny. This is in La Jolla. And they have a cute little felt book thing, and that was my 6th stop of the day. So I got my 2024 book crawl pin, which is this little coyote or desert fox howling on top of some books. It was designed by Boy Girl Party, which is Susie Garameni. I hope I pronounced that right. And they also had stickers left over from last year's book crawl, which I wasn't able to go to, which is this super cute deep sea diver reading a book being hugged by an octopus. I was really excited about that. We headed over to the UCSD bookstore next, and UCSD my mom actually went to as well as my brother-in-law, and I hadn't been on the campus since I was younger, so it took me a bit to find the UCSD bookstore. But when I did, it was super fun. They actually we were there going from like 12:59 to 1, and apparently on the hour, every hour, they were doing trivia, and I answered the 1 p.m. trivia question. They asked a question about the Bene Gesserit from Dune, so I knew the answer for that. The book I bought there was the Book of the Barn Owl, which is for one of my cousins who loves birds. But I also won this Visions of Flesh and Blood book from the trivia question for myself, from answering it correctly. And I haven't read any of the From Blood and Ash books. My cousin really wants me to. I figured this was as good a book as any to pick out of the free book rack that they... Next, we went to Diesel Books in Del Mar. So that was our last stop before we went home for lunch and to let the dog out. I picked up The Secret Society of Aunts and Uncles, which I'd never heard of before, but it just looked like a really fun book. So I picked it up. I had the little Diesel bookstore bookmarks, and I love my indie bookstore stickers. We went to lunch next at home and then went back out. We stopped actually at a bar called Mothership, which right across the street from Mothership is the Book Catapult, which was the next stop on our crawl, where we got these cute little bookmarks. I picked up a Book Catapult sticker, and I got this sticker dolly dressing mermaid for one of my nieces, and I think she's gonna enjoy it. At that store, my best friend actually got me this He Wished He Was at Home Reading notebook, because my birthday's coming up and she wanted to pick something up for me. Also at the Book Catapult, I have my 9-stamp prize, which is the San Diego Book Crawl 2024 bag. The next few stores were the bookstores that I always go to every single time I'm in San Diego, no matter what. All of these stores are great, but for my desires, for what I'm looking for in books, these stores are the ones that I go to. At Meet Cute Bookstore in North Park, which is a romance-only bookstore that I've been to many times before and I love with my whole heart, I picked up Powerless by Elsie Silver. I have read this. I love it. My two favorites from the series are Heartless and Reckless. At some point I want to have the whole series, but I wanted to pick up my next favorite in the series, which is Powerless. That one's actually just popping up here right now. One bookstore I think you need to go to in San Diego, if you go to no others, is my next stop, Verbatim Books, also in North Park, right near Meet Cute. You just have to walk a couple blocks down. Canterbury Classics was a sponsor of the San Diego Book Crawl, and they had a table outside where they were promoting their classics series. I collect the Penguin Clothbound Classics, but my best friend, I've been giving her the Word Cloud Classics by Canterbury Classics for years. Had a promotion going on that if you bought 2 of their books, if you bought one of their books, you could get some bookmarks. If you bought 2 of their books, you could get a free tote bag. So I actually bought 2 copies of Jane Eyre. One is going to go to my best friend for her birthday, and one is going to go to my other friend for her birthday coming up soon. And I got the tote bag. It says, "Sorry, I'm booked," and it's got the Word Cloud Classics on it. And they also had their cute little Canterbury Classics bookmarks. I am going to be good on bookmarks for the next, my whole life at this point. Another bookstore I think you have to go to in San Diego, especially if you love science fiction, fantasy, speculative fiction, is Mysterious Galaxy. So unlike Verbatim, which does sell new and used books, Mysterious Galaxy is all new books, but it's mostly speculative fiction. They have a great young adult children's section. But I picked up this signed copy of Violet Made of Thorns. I've got the signature right here. It says, "Make Your Own Fate." And it came with a bookmark specific to the book. And they have this My Curse, My Ruin iridescent pin for Violet Made of Thorns that I got there. So I'm excited reading it. This is another book that I have heard the name of, but haven't really heard anything about it. And my final stop, my 13th stop on the book crawl, was Blue Stocking Books, which is in Highland Park. It is this cute little bookstore just tucked away, but it's deep. It goes deep in. It looks like it's a small storefront, but they've got a lot of books in there, a lot of used books, and some new. And I picked up another gift for my best friend, and I picked up Little Women in the Word Cloud Classics for her as well. And because that was my 13th stop, I got the championship prize, the San Diego Book Crawl mug. So that San Diego Book Crawl mug has the logo on the front, and it has the list of all the bookstores on the back of it. So Bay Books Coronado, Blue Stocking Books, the Book Catapult, Diesel Bookshop, Joyride Bookshop, La Playa Books, Libelula Books and Company, Library Shop, Meet Cute Bookshop, Mysterious Galaxy, the UC San Diego Bookstore, Verbatim Books, and Warwick's is the 2024 San Diego Book Crawl for Independent Bookstore Day. And if you ever get the chance to be in San Diego at the end of April, I highly recommend this event. I wish every city had this. If my city had it, I would be at it. But if you get the chance to be in San Diego for it, that's something I think you should not pass up on.